It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. She off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey supposed talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh.
Thank you so much for joining me. Shared
Maiyegun
broadcast.
la mo do.
I love that music. I love that anthem. Good evening to you. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you from wherever you're watching from. This is Maiyegun live. And I hope the audio is fine. Just before we continue, please let me know. Yeah, just before we continue, please.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube,
Thank you very much. I've been told that the audio is perfect, so we can continue. If we have issue with the video, I'm going to fix that later, but let me know. if you have any issue with the video. Tonight, I want to talk to you like a brother, like a son. You know what I mean? Like a friend. And most importantly, like human. My broadcast or Maiyegun's Diary, most of my content are pretty much just to, I mean, not just to open up more on what you already know, but to help you never to fall victim of the same trick again, because it's just the same thing. But there's something I want to share with you tonight while we go fully into the broadcast. Thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, my friends on YouTube, you know how we do it. Facebook is not Facebook is not my friend. I've got friends there, but Facebook is not going to let you see my video. So if you're lucky enough to join me, whether 100 people, 200, 300, thank you. Just share it and enjoy, okay? To my friends on YouTube, right? Remember, subscribe. Click that thumb up, thumb down, whatever it is, just before you get fully settled into this broadcaster tonight. There is no one Nigeria. We have established that. But there is another backdoor deceit that we also need to expose in order to help strengthen our advocacy of enlightening people about the danger of believing that indeed there is actually one Nigeria somewhere that some people are keeping somewhere for them, that they would get to one day, an El Dorado, a Nigeria of your dream that never exists. But I found out that over the years, what this Fulani elite from the north, what they have successfully pushed as their love for Nigeria is not actually love for Nigeria or Nigerians. Because if it was, you should know where we should be right now. So I checked. Nigeria has been in existence for 60 years. How come that only 12 people have been the president of Nigeria, whether by crook, by hook, or whatever? Then I found out that out of those 12 people who have been opportuned and brought misfortune to people, opportune to be in charge of Nigeria, and brought misfortune to what is today one Nigeria. Out of the 12 people, starting from Gowon, in fact, let's break it down. Because the First Republic, there was no one president, one Nigerian. There was a prime minister. It's what do you call it? What name was given to the other guy? So it wasn't really that much like a super central control. Let's start from Ironsi. So when they declared Ironsi for 6 months, then Gowon came. That was when the one Nigeria started under Ironsi. Then Gowon came. After Gowon, Muritala came. After Muritala, Obasanjo came. After Obasanjo, he gave it to Shagari. Shagari, was kicked out by Buhari. Buhari was kicked out by Babangida. Babangida stepped aside for Shonekon. Shonekon was booted out by Abacha. Abacha kicked pockets. Abdusalami came. Abdusalami, to the story that led to 1999. So, to pacify the South, Abdusalami brought Obasanjo from the death row, and they made him president second time. Obasanjo gave it back to Yaradua. Yaradua kicked pockets. Jonathan came in. Well, Jonathan was booted out by Bokwari. Now, put all of these figures together. You will see Ironsi. You hear Obasanjo that featured twice. You will see, you hear about, Shonekon. Then you will also hear about Jonathan. That's about 5. Then when you go back to the rest, you hear about Gowon, Muritala. After Muritala, then you hear Shagari. Shagari to Buhari. Buhari to Babangida. Babangida to Abacha. Abacha to Abdusalami. Abdusalami to Yaradua. Yaradua back to Buhari. That means the northern Nigeria has produced presidents 7 times or 8 times, because Buhari featured twice, like Obasanjo. And southern Nigeria has managed to produce how many? Obasanjo, Jonathan, partially Shonekan, same thing, partially Ironsi. Who else? 4. So, for 60 years, they have managed to control power in the name of trying to protect one Nigeria, which we have now found out as every one Nigeria agenda they are talking about is northern agenda. And I will break it down for you tonight. You have believed it. That is why every single of them, when they had access to that power to utilize every resources stolen, exploited from the southern Nigeria to run their bogus one Nigeria, they were actually running the northern agenda. Well, it used to be a northern agenda, but I think it's pretty much clearer now that it was actually, and it still is, Fulani agenda. One Nigeria is Fulani agenda. It is long gone from the British economic contraption. One Nigeria is Fulani agenda. And that is why when the insecurity got to this level, they united, including every institution they have access to. They utilized them to ensure that they gained power, because they said they needed power to feel safe and be protected. That was what brought about the conspiracy of 2015. So that's where we're going to start from. That is where you're going to begin to know. You see all those history back ones, that may be too much for you to actually comprehend, or possibly boring. Let's start from 2015. They were able to have a united front established, whether they were PDP, APC, or whatever, it doesn't matter. The agenda then was that a Jonathan must never be allowed to continue in power, because he was deliberately killing them in the north. He was deliberately making them poorer, forgetting the fact that before Jonathan came to that power, they have been controlling the leverage of power for over 38 years of Nigerians' 50 years existence then. Do you understand? But they collectively agreed that all they needed was power. And it was, in fact, in the interest of Nigeria to kick Jonathan out. Well, they succeeded. Now, the insecurity in northeast of Nigeria has now become the insecurity in every nook and cranny of Nigeria, including every nook and cranny of southern Nigeria. But have you noticed that they are also united? That nothing must touch Buhari? That if you ask Buhari to sack the corrupt, incompetent, and collusion, what do you call it? Collusion, what do you call it? Colluded military under Buratai. So if people were asking Buhari to sack them and probe them, they were called enemies of the North. When people came out to say, Buhari, you promised that the Chibok girls, school girls kidnapped from Borno, you would get them rescued and returned to their family. But rather than do that, we have witnessed more and more school children kidnapped. For example, when it first started, 14th of April 2014, that was Chibok girls' abduction. Then afterward, the Abchi girls' abduction happened. Kankara happened. Kagara happened. Jangebe happened. Kaduna abduction. Briningwari abduction. Greenfield University. Tegina. Another Kaduna abduction. Bethel University. I'm sorry, Bethel High School. Baptist High School. So if you raise these points, these elite criminals, they made everybody believe that, talking about the incompetence, if you ask Buhari to resign and talk about these abnormalities, that once united them, Now that more of their children have been kidnapped, they are still united to tell you that if you ask Buhari to resign or be impeached, and those criminals sponsoring and funding, benefiting from the terrorism should be probed and prosecuted, these rogues will come together and they will tell you what you are asking for is against the interest of the North, and therefore can in fact bring war. Fulani, let's break it down a little bit so that we don't model it up. 2014, 2015. In one of their promises, few things, economic policies they promised that they were going to implement to ease out poverty, ease out unemployment, to help people be gainfully engaged, keep children at schools, getting education and protected. Today, after 6 years, more children are now back on the streets. The alimajiri industry in northern Nigeria is overgrowing to the point that the poverty level has crossed the threshold of every imagination that Boko Haram are publicly recruiting young lad into armed terrorism in northern Nigeria. That is an incompetence that should unite them. But you know why it won't unite them against Boko Haram? Because Nigeria agenda, one Nigeria, is a northern Fulani agenda all through. And they don't care. Even if their children are being kidnapped, killed, and maimed, destroyed, they don't care. What they really care about is that power. And now that they have it, the entire country can burn. But they are united. I have somebody who have a bit of a better grasp of what has happened that should get everybody concerned. But you see, the people who came together to believe that if they never gained power in 2015, Nigeria was going to break up because Jonathan was killing them. Today, the same region is the region that is now threatening the rest of the southern Nigeria for asking for a ban on open grazing to stop Fulani armed terrorists kidnapping and killing people in southern Nigeria from advancing any further and being arrested, prosecuted for their crime. Now they have come up again to say that is against the North. And because of that, they don't trust the South with power. I am coming. Watch this.
Let me say, at the early hour of 2 a.m., armed bandits entered Bethel Baptist High School in Damishi town in the Kujama district of Chikun local government, where they made away with about 140 students who were in their dormitories. And fortunately for 28 number of students, they escaped from the hands of their adoptees. But as we speak, we still have 125 in the hands of their adopters. Now, it's very sad that this is not the first time institutions like schools are being attacked in my constituency. If you remember, the Greenfield University is still under my constituency, where 23 students were kidnapped. And at the end of the day, in their press and desperation to get ransom payment, which was over 300 million, which they demanded. And of course, there was no way the parents of these students could raise that money. So to show how serious they were, they killed 5 of the students. I visited some of the families, and they told me their frustration and their trauma. At that time, the remaining were still in the hands of their doctors. And at the end of the day, the parent had to worry now to get money and pay for these students to be released. As I speak to you, the school has been closed. There is no more academic activities going on there. That happened in April. Now, this one that happened just yesterday is just one of the numerous incidences. I will tell you that if you look at the way they are happening, they are such in sequence that it's almost every day. In Iri, that's on 3rd of this very month, a village called Iri in Kaduna local government, 16 people were adopted, 3 were killed. As I speak to you, these people are still in the hands of their adopters, and what they are asking of is 100 million. As I speak to you, April 23rd, I have my paper. 2 nurses were adopted who were on duty in Maiyegun General Hospital. I have visited the family, and from their conversation with the adopters, they told them that they've gotten staff. They are never going to release those nurses. That those nurses will be working for them to treat their wounded members who are wounded in the battle with the military or with the security agencies. So the hope of them coming back, I don't know what magic can take place. But I will tell you, my constituency is overwhelmed. On an sad note, let me also say 2 security personnel were killed yesterday who wanted to prevent the kidnapping in the Bethel Baptist High School. So 2 of them were killed. But authoritatively, I can tell you the number of security men that went there were just around 10, while the bandits were numbering even in hundreds. Ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you again, in Kakao, just 10 days ago, they went to Angwama Adaki, they kidnapped nearly 18 people, and they demanded for 200 million from that community, Angwama Adaki. 200 million. The chief called me, and he asked me if I could assist them. Now, gentlemen, I was taken aback because I didn't even know where to start from. Where do I raise 200 million to help? So we started negotiation because the best thing to do is to negotiate. So they negotiated, and they said they must bring up to 150 million. And the community does not have that money. Now, in their desperation, the next day they said, okay, they want to teach him an example. They told them where they will go and pick the corpse of the adoptees. 5 of them, they killed them and dropped them at a particular area. I have the pictures I can show. They were killed. I'm very, very emotional because I ask myself, what is the joy of being elected when I cannot prevent the killing of my people, when the government is overwhelmed? If I tell you what happened, the trauma I received yesterday morning when this thing happened, a woman just called me. I didn't even know her number, and let me say, ordinarily sometimes I may not even pick a number I don't know, but I just said this call has been consistent. Let me see, let me know who. The moment I picked the call, the voice of that woman was, is that how you people are going to allow us to be killed? Our children will be adopted? Is that what you are in government to do for us? But her child was one of the children that was taken from Bethel Baptist School. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are in my shoes, what will you tell them? What will you tell them?
I'll tell them to take themselves out of the slavery and enslavement and the lies of one Nigeria, because they are on their own. Until everybody knows that they are on their own, they will never, ever move forward. Don't be surprised if you are reading any Abdullahi or Ibrahim or Salisu or Gafaru or wherever in the comment section, bragging as usual Don't be surprised. He's been told, right, that even if Nigeria born, even if more children, if the entire northern Nigeria becomes the headquarters of the caliphate of the terrorists, as long as that funding for that caliphate comes from Nigeria, they are fine. Okay, so don't be surprised. But what they don't know is that a time is about to stamp on them. A time when they will know that we know you are united as Fulani North. And you have forced this ideology on many of our people, believing that when they volunteer to do anything or be part of any Nigerian projects, they are building a country for everybody. When you are dreaming for a country, a caliphate. Do you understand? So we know. So now that the South will begin to find their own common ground and tell you to go to hell, possibly bring that war. That moment is when Abdullahi Ibrahim, who always turn to unity beggars, people who always beg for unity without justice. So don't be surprised if you see any of them in the comment section. Let them enjoy it. That's why we call them the Facebook bandits, social media adsmen. They just toe the line of their murderous Fulani elite. Unfortunately, they are paying hugely for it. The people who united that they wanted to make them poor, that was why they unleashed Boko Haram on them. Now they have that power. They couldn't stop Boko Haram. They couldn't stop any one of them until they now make a create subsidiaries of all manner of terrorism or terrorist group. So they have the power. It is useless to them. But as long as Nigeria is paying the bill, why not? Nigeria is a contraption put together fraudulently that makes a region to fund the exploit and the lifestyles of all those lazy, corrupt, criminal, terrorist, jihadist apologists from the northern Nigeria who pushes one Nigeria, blindfolding all of you, thinking you have one Nigeria, forgetting the fact that it is actually the northern Nigeria agenda. What other agenda will make sense to you that you can sell your alcohol, they can collect tax from it and put that money together and share the money to this Sharia inclined terrorists that will behead you if you insult Muhammad? In the same country, the hypocrisy. That's the arrangement. They have had power for over 40 years of Nigeria's 60 years existence. What did they do with it? They brought in poverty, underdevelopment, poor education, poor healthcare system, poor security, poor leadership, corrupt criminals, terrorist apologists. And when you talk about these guys, the agenda is that they are defending the North. Therefore, every Northerner must stand up and defend them, even if they are bunny. So that would tell you, as a Southerner, they are scared now that whatever madness they are enjoying now, whatever cover-up they are enjoying now, it is timed. Very soon, they will not have that privilege anymore. And they are scared. All of them, including their Sultan and Emir, all of them. And I can tell you why they are scared. For the first time in the 61 years of Nigeria history, this is the first time somebody is using that power to advance the Fulani subjugation and takeover agenda in Nigeria. For the first time, Boko Haram and his gang, they are doing it. So they cannot really be opposed to him, because in violence they rule. in violence and in chaos, they feel powerful. Negotiation, dialogue, talking are not in any of them. You will never find that in their CV or in their dictionary. Violence. Because when you bring them to the table to have a chat, they have nothing to bring to the table. For 61 years, see what they make of the North. I'm talking to you now as a Northerner. They kidnap Emir. They kidnapped one today. And they kidnapped 82-year-old Emir. They kidnapped him in Kaduna. They kidnapped 2 of his grandchildren and 11 other members of his family. They are probably going to ask for, what do you call it? Just going to ask for 100 million or 200 million. Because it is now a bigger industry. Boko Haram came in. He created a secret Operation Safe Corridor. And those who have been victims of terrorism in northern Nigeria, they have no right to protest it. Operation Safe Corridor is when a repentant terrorist a repentant terrorist or arrested terrorist repents. Then he'll go through a program called the Operation Safe Corridor that Nigeria pay for, train him, pay him, fund that, and feed him, and all of that. While the people he turned to orphans, widows, and widowers, and you know what I mean? They are languishing in IDP camp in different parts of the northern Nigeria. So Buhari came in. He did not create a special court to convict terrorists that plunged northern Nigeria into a terror region. The reason why the North told us Jonathan was to go, it was too corrupt, it was too lazy, it was too weak to defend them. Now they brought in a lifeless mannequin, who is not just only weak, he is actually a ghost. And if you dare speak up, they will tell you, you are against the North. How does what Buhari do that affects millions of people who are not just from the northern Nigeria? How does you standing up against that, becomes a crime against the North? That is where Sunday Igboho became a criminal. That is how Nnamdi Kanu, in their book, became a criminal. When those who are killing and maiming and destroying properties, terrorists who have confessed publicly, and they have waged armed war. They've killed soldiers. They've kidnapped and beheaded people. They've ransacked their villages. They've turned people into IDP camps. And they continue to do it. They are getting pardoned without facing any courts. But what's the difference? Sunday Igboho is from the south. Nnamdi Kanu is from the south. And to be very specific, Oloye Sunday Igboho is from Oduduwa land, the Western Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu is from Biafra land, the Eastern Nigeria. They never waged any war against Nigeria. They never fought the military. They never fought anyone, destroy any property or kidnap anybody. Peaceful self-determination campaign that was actually that came to be because of the same injustice coupled with insecurity. Igboho, Nnamdi Kanu, they are southerners. They are easy targets. Me and you, we are easy targets. But when I talk like this, I am one person who wants to be tribalistic, they will say. But yet, I haven't killed anybody or preached to kill anyone. And I watch on my screen where those they claim to be repentant terrorists are being given that special treatment, going to the college, getting, graduating, getting kitted up, all of this in Gombe State, where it is funded by money from southern Nigeria. So then southern Nigerian governors came together to say, oh, we're going to stop this advancement of this terrorist. And like magic, PDPO, APCO, everybody from the north, they just felt like that is a target against us. You know why? Because in northern Nigeria, this is how they actually see the problem.
When you ask a battery of questions, how do you expect me to convince you? Let me step one by one. IPOB is attacking the police, is attacking the army, is attacking INEC, government institutions, killing our men in service. And the herdsmen are kidnapping children, not to kill them, to get money. So how can you compare somebody who's killing our gallant men in the armed forces directly, attacking them, to somebody who's kidnapping children to make money, not to kill them? Look, we need some fairness in what we are doing.
It shock you? Don't be shocked. Don't let it shock you. That is the impression. And Gumi, that knows the location and the whereabouts of all those terrorists, is their spokesperson, backed by Boko Haram's government. And that impression there is that if Sunday Igboho is saying Fulani should leave the forest of Yoruba land and all these killers should leave, Sunday Igboho is known in northern Nigeria as somebody who is against Nigeria because he is against Fulani terrorists. Does that make any sense to you? That's how we got to where we are. Every time they have been telling you that one Nigeria or northern Nigeria versus this, no. What you have been promoting and working on since is northern Fulani agenda called one fake fraudgeria, Nigeria. Makes sense? Don't worry, it will make sense to you very soon. Now, that is the position of the North. It doesn't matter where Nigeria is headed right now. It doesn't matter. As long as they feel like they have the power, it doesn't matter. Everyone standing against whatever agenda they push is to be crushed, including me and you. Is to be crushed. But unfortunately, they don't have the army to crush anybody if they are not controlling the military, the defense of Nigeria, the armory of Nigeria. And that is something they don't want to let go. That is where the 2023 comes in. From the beginning of the year, I have managed to tell us what I knew, and I still believe are still very much reliable. Everything going on right now, if you look at them, it don't make any sense. Right? Why is this so bad these days that you have more and more advancement of these terrorists into the southern Nigeria and more Fulani elite displaying what I called a state of a fear of the unknown? What if the power go back to the south? What if a southern president treat us like how we treated the south? Just simply because the southerner says we will go away. Oh, we are going to ban open grazing. We want the power to return to the south. And some section says, no, we don't want anything with your useless power. Keep it. We are breaking out of Nigeria. So to them in northern Nigeria, many southern politicians, they know about Biafra, they know about the Dua Republic. They are just waiting to gain power like Boko Haram did and do the same thing to them. What is that same thing? Impunity and nepotism. Take over all the military formations. Are you with me? Retire so many of them that should just be sacked or retire or replaced or anything, like Boko Haram did. Take over the DSS, take over the police and everywhere. We move all the weapons from northern Nigeria down to the southern Nigeria, right? And they put some people on that watch list. If they make any move, their phone calls, everything, tap them. If they try to make any contact, arrest them immediately for treason and charge them and convict them for death by hanging. These are few things that a southern president. Somebody said, Maiyegun, calm down. You are wishing too much. I know. I said I am speaking what I believe is making the northern Nigeria Fulani elite mad, and they are scared to release power to the southern Nigeria. So if I'm saying this, just think any of this could be the reason why they are scared for power to return. Because what if a southern president decide to treat them like Buhari is currently doing? Nobody has ever done that to them, because nobody has ever run Nigeria like Buhari is doing right now. Nobody has ever done it. Ever. So what if that southern president come and he decided to just convene the national conference? It doesn't matter the position of the North. This is no longer about voting for this. No. Just come and present your own this thing and that. And you know what? You can go and form your resolution from your region if that is your position and declare it. And we will approve it. Things that can change so quickly, like Buhari destroyed every institution. What if a southern president paved way for the breakup of Nigeria? What if the power returned to them and they are not like their usual boy to us again? They are paranoid. You know why? They have seen some certain moves, meetings of their supposed friends in southern Nigeria who have bowed to the public pressure from their different states to make public statements that are so different from what the Fulani elite expected. Now they are scared to hand over power to the south. Why? They are scared of the nemesis. So if you see any Abdullahi jumping up and down on my in the comment section, don't worry. Give him 2 years. You see, that his worst fear will become a reality. And this time around, in fact, they will be lucky to have a southern president if they manage to do an election. And that is under probability. A probability that Buhari and gang are ready. A risk they are ready to take. And I'll tell you, inside that their bogus paper book or tissue paper called the Constitution, Buhari is allowed, if he is advised, he is allowed to stay in power. Are you with me? For more than your 2023 mirage that all of you are joining and grouping up together. And it doesn't take Buhari to send those ones you are thinking you're going to look like, those ones that you think are going to help you challenge him. If he tries to act funny, all of those people will run away. Some of them will be killed very soon. You begin to see some state-sponsored political assassination. Abacha Pro 2.0, even Abacha 4.0 is what you are into, but you don't know why. I'll tell you. A deliberate state-sponsored chaos, like what you have in Nigeria right now, where the security agents are being told to focus their attention on the Biafran agitators, the IPOB members, and get them exterminated as much as possible. As Buhari's government directs his security agent, his DSS, the Daura Secret Service, and co. to focus on the Yorubas who are agitating for Oduduwa Republic. His armed terrorist brothers from the Sahel, they are wreaking havoc in left, right, center, everywhere in northern Nigeria, including the southern Nigeria. And it is deliberate. So, once the eastern Nigeria is burning, western Nigeria is burning, Niger Delta is burning, Northeast Borno and Co are burning, Northwest is burning. How can you conduct an election? So, they are setting you all up for something so bigger than your 2023 mirage, your 2023 dream. And that is why it is so convenient for them to tell you that in the name of one Nigeria, the people that are defending Boko Haram, the people that are defending Boko Haram's policies, the people that are keeping quiet in this act of terrorism all over the north, the people that defended Isa pandemic, Isa Patantami, those who defended Gumi, who knows the location of terrorists who continue to kidnap and kill, all of them are telling you to bring Igboho, to bring Nnamdi Kanu to them so that they can kill them. Because why? Because they are saying that Yorubas will not accept any subjugation as Boko Haram is preaching. And you as a Southerner, you agree with them? Why won't Abdullahi, Salisu, Ibrahim, and Nanko, why won't they feel so good? Because they know that there is an Adebayo who wants Igboho to be shot and killed. What is wrong with him? Which nonsense Oduduwa Republic? Those who want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said on the next dinner plate, what nonsense Biafra is that? What Biafra? Why won't Ibrahim be happy to tell you on the platform of Maiyegun, on Maiyegun's diary Politico, a Salisu from God knows where, Zamfara, Yobe or Sokoto? Where? Why won't it feel good to come and tell me how it feels? I'm just saying. Because the Nigeria agenda is a northern agenda. If you have been believing in it for this long, yeah, you have been promoting northern agenda. What is northern agenda? It is not for good. If it was something good, I would probably embrace it. Let's use numbers. Hello. Nigeria has been in existence for how many years? 1960 to 2021. Isn't that 61 years? Or let's say 61 years by this and or 62 years. Out of that, you've had the people from northern Nigeria who have been in charge of Nigeria for over 42 years of those years. That's double. And what did they give? What did they create? Quota system, corruption, fraud, manipulation, and irresponsibility that has made them so useless to everyone. And the only thing that keeps them going is just their egos. What did they bring to the table? When you say, okay, let's have a restructured Nigeria. They say, well, no. We don't want to restructure. Nigeria is already restructured this way. Why? Because 80% of money that run Nigeria comes from the southern Nigeria, and the southern Nigeria, those who are from the south, have no say in that. But somehow, public opinion is pushing those who claim to be the political representatives of the people from the south to speak up, even if they have no balls to really push anything. But they are speaking up and it's making the north feel like, no, we can't trust these people with power. That's a good thing. They can't trust us with power. They can't trust the Yorubas. They can't trust the Igbos. They can't trust anybody, so they will create the chaos. And that is the chaos you are seeing now. Sunday Igboho is not a criminal. Mazi Nnamdi is not a criminal. And that is why for every part of the world where everybody is standing up right now, organizing different rallies, protests, and everywhere, please don't stop. Keep them on. The last time, and one thing I actually want to add is this. For whatever things they have in plan or in play, whatever it is, I am so confident that they can win. And when I say they can't win, yes, they will create the chaos. But you see, they may have two end results. Like, okay, we will either get what we want, or eventually we'll just give the power to whoever we think can hold forth for us. They are not going to get they're not going to get both. They won't give the power to anybody. They won't hold on to the power. Because there will be no Nigeria to hold on to that power. I mean, to actually wield that power anymore. The money used to buy all the weapons they are using to kill the Southerners, instead of killing terrorists that they are pardoning and rehabilitating, the money comes from the South. Once the source of that money is cut off, that will be the first war that I don't think they prepared for, right? No, they don't. I don't think they prepared for that. Now, pushing the South to continue to make a very uniform, united front in what is coming now should be our call. Telling people that, you know what, don't stop. Sunday Igboho is not a criminal. Nnamdi is not a criminal. And as Southerners, don't join them, all those terrorist apologists. Don't join them in propagating one fake Nigeria that you have been told repeatedly that they don't trust you. They don't trust anybody. Not because of Nigeria, but because of themselves. These guys have done horrible things. Terrible, terrible things. And the fear of what it is now today, their reality. The war they thought they were going to fight is not going to be just war with guns. There are other more war weapons that are more lethal than just the guns and everything they have to use. They now know that. And that is why you, as a person, should not be found in that group of those who still keep things. Once Bukwari is gone, this whole mess will be gone. Northern agenda, Fulani agenda, whatever agenda it is, so just know that there is nothing called one Nigeria. It was all lies that was pushed too far, and it has outlived the lies. With all the documents coming out recently, I don't think they can hold this Nigeria together for another 10 years successfully anymore. I don't see that happening. And to start with, even they themselves, that will be the the promoter of that, they are doing exactly what will make that happen. They're going to hold on to power. I am so I can feel it. They don't trust Ikene Shatabandu, the one that helped them lied and lied and lied and lied and lied, still lying. They don't trust him. Tifnumbu that they have turned to deaf and dumb and blind. A caged paper tiger. Imagine you draw a tiger that you know that it cannot bark, it cannot bite, it cannot bark, it cannot bite. Then you can't put the paper inside cage. That's what they have turned your Tifnumbu to. All because of maybe if we stay loyal. They wrecked Yoruba land. They wrecked our economy. They are destroying our youth. They turn us to the part of the poverty capital of the world. But they want us to pretend in a way that there is a better days ahead, which would never happen. You get what I mean now? They don't trust you. And when somebody asks, Maiyegun, what should we do? First thing first, get those people out of that DSS detention. That should be our priority now. You see those people kidnapped? We thank God that Oloye Sunday Igboho is fine, right? He's fine. And he's been advised to lay low for now, which I support. He's done his part and he will continue to do his part. But you know what you and I have to do now? For all of us who have different capacity to make things happen, get those people out of there. I've been seeing people who have been apologizing. Have you ever seen any of these northern criminals ask any of these northern thugs and criminals to apologize to the southern Nigeria on anything before? Have you? So please, we don't need any apology to Bukwari. And we are saying this with all sense of responsibility. All of you apologizing, you are apologizing for yourselves. Sunday Igboho did not do anything. But yeah, if that makes those terrorists feel good, get those people out of their dungeon. Let that be our first priority. Nnamdi Kanu. the man that is standing for millions. Millions he called his brothers and sisters, millions that he probably would never meet or see face to face, but they know him, they are connected to him. He is standing up for the millions. Now, this terrorist government, they are holding him. He's committed no crime. He's done nothing wrong. But according to them, he is more dangerous than those who kidnap Emir and kidnap his family members, those who kidnap school children, those who are holding on to school children. I mean, he is more dangerous in their book because that is the Boko Haram's Nigeria. Let us mount the pressure. There are ways, and I so much appreciate what they have been doing so far. Yes, they have chosen a date for the appearance, which is the 26th of July. Great. Let's just ensure that nothing happens to him before then. If there is any kind of internal bickering or internal rivalry, or I wouldn't even call it rivalry, but if there is any internal competition after for this temporary hold on Nnamdi Kanu, don't make yourselves vulnerable. I am happy when I heard the news of Simon Ekpa's appointment to hold forth on diaspora, on Biafra Radio, for Mazi, or rather Radio Biafra, for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's absence. That was a very, very good one. Somebody should fill in. A leader without a worthy successor is not worthy to be called a leader. I am so happy that he could communicate that, and they found a worthy guy in Simon. And I hope you all give him the support he needs. The same way you give it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not going to die there. Just believe that. Killing him or him dying in their custody will probably, hasten the end of Nigeria more than you can imagine, because people push to this point, trigger to this point, and they are still holding and holding and holding. Something is going to push them off the cliff, and it will be a journey of no return from then on. That is a mistake that the Fulani terrorists should dare not make. So don't see it as if to say it is a takeover. I don't know. They say words are powerful, right? But the Biafran, every Biafran should give Simon every boost he needs. Because when you give him that is when you keep the energy that you have with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you keep it alive. One of their reasons for holding him was to stop him from addressing you. That's something that those who are critics of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself, have always been wishing for. Can somebody just stop him from talking? So that's what they thought. But to the Buhari's government, once we hold him and he's unable to talk to you, when you watch his old videos and no updates, you get tired. It's like they say, they say, kill the shepherd and the flock will scatter. So you are lucky that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a worthy leader. You should be proud. You don't need to like him. That's one thing people misunderstood about standing up for something that is right against what is wrong. People think that everybody should like them. If you want to lead, let me tell you something. If you want to lead, don't expect or believe that people should even appreciate you. They won't. If you want to be loved, if you want to be liked in what you choose to do in life, do you know where you should go? Go and sell ice cream. Trust me, you have a lot of smiling people around you, lovely people around you. Please, but if you want to lead people, don't lead because you think they owe you that likeness. It doesn't need it. But there's something more than being liked. And that's what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave to you. And that is the voice. So he's a leader. Give it to him. If they should give any of you the opportunity to be the one presenting on Radio Biafra, I bet you do the best. You also do the best job. So don't see it as a competition. Just see it as a collective voice. That's one. Because a lot is going to happen in these coming days, weeks, and months. And it will be great if we all have the belief that we are still together, no matter what they've thrown at us. Olatunji Babatunde, Thank you so much for that. I'm going to open the line, by the way, for everyone who might want to call in. I've not taken calls in a while, so I'll do that. And then to every other protest, let me read this out, by the way. Maiyegun, you are eye-opener to all of us. However, Yoruba Nation agitation is like a moving train. Those who will join in a matter of time. God bless you. I so much believe that too. That everybody will meet or arrive at their own, redemption at a different time. So we wait. Everybody's getting his every day. And I'm happy to be part of those who are pioneering that. I have my first caller. Let's see if that connects. Just give me a sec. I want to try and see if I can bring you on. Okay. Just give me a moment, please. I should have done that before I picked the call. But let's see. It says I'm connected. Just a moment. Let's see if that works. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, I'm hearing.
Great. Your name, sir. Sorry about that. Your name?
Gabriel is my name.
All right, Gabriel, sir. You are live.
Calling from Germany.
Lovely. You have 2 minutes,
Yeah,
so you're my first caller.
Okay,
Please.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
My question are, how do you think the South South, Southwest, and Southeast will defeat the Fulani?
That's a question, is it?
Yeah.
Well, first thing first, once the South have a common ground, for example, like what they are pushing forward for, that will still make them realize that the North is going to object, like the power shift, like open grazing ban and all that, yeah? All these are going to make all the Southerners to agree eventually that they need to come together and unite all these asks. And wherever it's going to go, take them then is where we will see or find out. But until then, everybody will still be pushing it the way they are doing it now. You get what I mean? Until they come to realize that Fulanis will not give them what they want. Then they will come to agree with us that we have said they will never get what they want. Then they will then agree that, well, maybe we should just break everything up. But time will tell.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
You have a good, you have a good evening. So I have another caller. A quick one. Let's hope that goes on. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Okay. Hello there.
Hello. Yeah, good evening, Maiyegun.
Good evening. Your name, sir?
Yeah, my name is Joseph.
Joseph, bro. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Lovely. You are live.
Issue, the way this banditry issue is going, is becoming a movie. Now they are not moving. They are not living there because it's not like they are not getting money from civilians anymore. So they are going for the allies. They are going for the airline. They have started with MI of maybe the next target will be. They have even started with honorables, lawmakers, and all that. So I like where it's going to now. It's getting to them closer. It's getting to them little by little because since they have been kidnapping normal, poor, average people, it seems they don't care. And now it's getting to them. I think now they will pay more attention to what's going on.
Let's see. Time will tell again. Because it's like everybody is in for a long thing now. But we'll see where everybody is going to break at everyone's breaking point where you feel like, no, we're not going to take it anymore. Me and you and many people have reached that breaking point. That no, this is, but we haven't matched that number yet. We haven't.
Yeah,
we will
match that number.
We will very soon.
And one problem about Nigeria, the electricity, the internet. A lot of people in Nigeria, they off their data. I mean, if I go to Nigeria, it's strange. After they reply message on maybe on WhatsApp, they turn up their data. Why? Because data is expensive.
To save
You
money.
don't have access to 24 hours electricity and stuff like that. So they can't even access they can't even watch like your program of 1 hour on YouTube.
But that has been proved otherwise. Maybe I haven't got the number yet. But would it surprise you if I tell you that I get over 500,000 people who watches this small YouTube channel from Nigeria alone a month?
Imagine.
It's quite shocking, but it would be greater if it's bigger. But I agree with you. Maybe because my platform is still smaller, but there's a lot of people from Nigeria. And it will be shocking because I deal with the data every day. But thank you, Joseph, right? We'll get there. Thank you very much for calling in tonight. You have a good one, okay?
Yeah.
Cheers, Baba. Yeah. So I have a caller. Hello there.
Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
Let me turn down this. You're like a prophet. Yeah, some of the things. Anyway, this is Prince calling from Canada.
Sorry, say that again. Prince, is that you?
Prince, yes, from Canada.
Please, go
You're
on.
like a prophet, you know. There are so many things you said on your show that I've taken note of some of those things. And you made some very valid predictions, very objective ones. I won't call it predictions. So what you do is you look at trends, you analyze it, and you make your objective conclusions. And some of those things you have said it today again. Honestly. And I believe
Prince,
because
it's not hard to do. It's just that pay attention. And I think that's what I'm trying to do with everybody on this program. You are paying attention. You said you've noted many.
Yeah.
Because that's what that's what is really lacking. Paying attention to some of these things so that we don't get too surprised when some things happen. So that we can actually be prepared to say, well, you see this thing, now here you go, handle. Watch.
Unfortunately, Nigerians don't get prepared. They don't prepare themselves. Nigerians don't prepare themselves. See, it is easy for you to observe a situation from the outside. When you are inside, you don't see. You only look. What you have been doing is you see. You have evidence. And some of the short videos, I don't know what to call it, some of those short videos which you play on your shows at times actually speaks volume. Are you getting me? So I can imagine where you draw your conclusion from. So you draw your conclusion is based on very succinct basis. I mean, a premises that is actually true. Yes. And Nigerians just watch their back. They should be able to also look at this trend and just imagine, okay, where is this leading to? A very good example is some of the things that have been happening in Nigeria about this kidnapping and ahead of 2023. For me, I'm having this conviction that there might not be an election in Nigeria in 2023. And you said it today on your show.
There are pointers.
You have said it today on your show.
Some people will tell you that it's not possible. Okay. Well,
it is.
You will see.
It is. You predicted Sunday Igboho that they were going to go after him. They've done it. You understand? So these things are just bound to happen. Well, I just called in to wish you all the very best. It's a very good Sunday. And I wish you the very best. I just wish a lot of people can listen to you and just, act on some of those things.
You know what I
wish? Within my own community.
Right? Yes. You know what I really wish? And I actually, they asked me that, what's your wish? My wish is that I really do wish that when I tell people, and people can see all these points, and people say, okay, what's your point, Gong? I wish I could tell people to say, you know what? Let us shut down Yoruba land tomorrow. I wish I could get that voice. And I hope I will get that someday. When more people will say, Maiyegun is telling us that all these things will happen later. We thought that it's going on. If we want to prevent it, we'll shut Yoruba land down. And people would say, yeah, let's do it. Peacefully. And it will happen. That's my wish. And Prince, pray for me.
It is well.
Thanks so much.
Maiyegun, you don't need prayers. You don't need prayers.
Yeah,
the Lord is behind you.
You know what somebody told me, please? Yeah, Baba. You know what somebody told me? They said, we pray for you. You didn't say amen. You said, I'm not interested. But wait till somebody tell you, say, go be this to you, and tell me that you can walk away and say, I got you. You see, you react differently. Oh. Then pray for you, no say amen. If they curse you, Baba, you go reply now. Say, same to you. So thanks so much, Prince. You have a good evening.
Bro. Maybe I'll be with you. May the Lord strengthen you.
Amen.
I wish you the best, bro.
And you too. Have a good one.
Bro.
That's Prince from Canada, a regular on Maiyegun's Diary Politico. I have another caller. Hello.
Good evening, bro. Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. Your name?
My name is Aziz Oluwatobi.
Oluwatobi. That's a brother's name too. You are live, please.
Yes, thank you very much. I've been listening to your program like a year now.
Thank you.
I've not been able to call you, but thank God today to talk with you.
I'm so glad you made it tonight.
So, the problem is that is it we the Yoruba that we lost the system of Nigeria, or the Hausa lost the system, or the Igbo lost the system in Nigeria? I don't understand. Because from the level of things and the way we are watching the things around the country is that like there is jealousy all over everybody. It's like we lost the system somewhere that we don't understand it.
It's like we are trapped in it, and we are not given any choice, That's something that is not good for anybody. Like when people tell you that you don't have choice, I don't like that. I don't know how people can like something
you
like
have
that.
You have to stay in the system that you have no options than to stay in that system and be there in the system. You have no
or when people consider you trying to say, I want to discuss my options, and they consider that as an act of treason or crime. How do you make that convenient or make that a justice? How do you preach unity and you don't preach justice?
The system is on politics, but the system is somehow again forced on us.
We are victims.
But we are born in the 80s. Me, I've never enjoyed Nigeria in my life. I've never seen free education. I've never enjoyed life. I've never enjoyed water, public, all those things. We are buying this with money. Just said, I'm just looking at the system that how these people behave. How are the people able to grow up in this system up to date and nothing has been done to it? How possible they grow up in this system and nothing has been done to it? But I don't know where the system that tracks us come from.
There is no plan that something will be done to
Igbo, Hausa, bro, how can something be done to it? Because the system we are practicing, we are trapped us. When you want to talk, the governor of Oyo State, you say, hey, we are waiting for Monday to. The governor of Lagos State, hey, don't talk now. We have money to share. All of them, they have been trapped. They have been trapped with that money. And even people that want to talk, they are ready to deliver you to the whosoever government that's taking for you, that deliver you to them, that take away the problem. This is the problem we have here. Last time you don't have any problem here, you can go with him. Because the system, I don't want where the system is coming. We never enjoy free education, no light, we are paying for that, all those things, we try, because I don't know how they cope to grow up. I want to ask my father, how do you cope to grow up in this system?
And you probably never fought it or something, I know.
Nobody can talk because the system is like my ego. Can you just let me understand where did we trap? Where did these people trap us in this system? I want to know. Where are we trapped?
It is a fraud.
Where are we trapped?
It is a fraud. You see, our situation is this. Have you ever seen, I don't know much, right, but have you ever seen somebody who just realized that they've been scammed? after they have parted with their money.
When you are the scared, even though you're enemy, you explain your pressure to your enemy. That bro, forget about we are fighting. I've been scammed. You have to tell everybody you have been scammed.
Which is normal, right? Or some people will be bleeding.
Which is normal.
Some people will be bleeding.
Yes,
but they'll be so ashamed of saying they are stabbed. They will tell you, no, it's just some mark. That's the pretense, the shame of saying, how did I get stabbed? How? As smart as I am, as educated as I am, as exposed as we are, how did we get stabbed?
Yes.
So to accept that shame, some people will just pretend that it's not there. You say, but you are bleeding. They say, no, sorry, that's how that one is. It's just a bruise.
Managing. If tell you I'm managing.
I'm managing,
okay,
exactly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's how they've managed it to push us to this point. Too. They make us believe that we can adjust.
Bro, the problem is that when local government want to come out, they tell you don't talk. The next government appointment, give me appointment. I'll be local government chairman. Everybody is trapped in the system of politics because all of them is coming to embezzle the public fund.
They can get exactly.
Yeah, everybody is coming to embezzle the public fund because this is where we are trapped. The fund make us. This is what the fund is. The fund that trap us that we can't get the freedom.
Thank you so much, Toby, for calling in. Let me take another call, Baba. Thank you very much. I'm going to take a quick break for a minute, okay? I will be back, everyone. But for that, let's have this musical one. So my friends on YouTube, we're not many tonight, but thank you so much for tuning in because we did it on a very different time. However, you know what? Give me that thumb up while I get this drink break. Thank you so much for waiting. So I have a caller, Alenora Okoro. Thank you so much, dear sister, for that. I do appreciate that. So, hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, my brother. Your name? Is that Paul?
My name is Paul.
Paul, how are you?
I'm fine, Maiyegun.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I know.
Yes.
And it's good to hear from you. How is the family?
The family is fine. We thank God.
Good one, man. So now you are live, please.
I just wanted to chip in something when I listened to one of my brothers now saying he doesn't understand how people, when you are discussing when someone just got scammed. and they try to like play it down. For those who even realize it or they are yet to realize it. You see, that is where the religious leaders, that is where they come in bed. They are hand in hand with the politicians. Because when you realize it, you know, you go to your mosque, you go to your church. Don't worry, God will do it. Be patient. God's time is the best. Whereas they are destroying the economy, there is no fund, there's no basis for education. There's no good health care. The roads are bad. But when you go to your religious place where you worship, you know, the pastor, the GO will tell you God's time is the best. He will use his life as an example. He already has 6 private jets, 5 private jets. That is how they've tamed generations upon generations. Like the generation before me, that is how they tamed the generation of my father with religion. They use one fi Jesu, one paromo Jesu, one fi Jesu for one lójú dànù. Wọ́n gba Jesu sọ́kàn, wọ́n gba Jesu sórí tó jẹ́ pé wọn ò lè ronú mọ́. It's like they use religion to completely wipe the sense of reasoning away from their head, and a lot of them are still like that as we speak.
It's so sad.
Even some of us, even some of us are.
Go on, Paul.
Abroad. Even some of us abroad that are even listening to your show now. Many of them are still, their aprons are still tied to this that the Jews. They can't.
It's you know what I wanted to add earlier. Just
where you are coming from, but you see, when you try to enter
Paul,
that religion,
what I was saying to buttress your point earlier, right, is that they now made our people to be defenders of God, but whenever they face oppression, suppression, attacks, and the rest of that, even from their politicians, then they expect God to fight for them.
Yes,
How
now
does that work?
Exactly. That is just it. That is, you just said the basic truth. That is
fight
just
for
it.
God, who doesn't need your help.
Because yes,
Then when
because
you need help,
you know,
wait for
my
God
you know
to
my
do it.
you know my I always tell you one thing. I always say, if truly God has to answer every single prayer, if truly, this is just a simple logic.
Yep.
If truly that God has to, I'm not disputing the ability of God.
Sure.
I'm not disputing the omnipotence of God.
Sure.
What I'm saying is, if God has to answer every single prayer, Maiyegun, why is there a brain in your head? It's just a simple question.
If God
Why
has to
did
do
God
all the
put-
thinking for you, why do you
Yes,
have a brain?
why is there a brain? Kí ló dé tí Ọlọ́run fi ọpọlọ yẹn sí wa lórí? Tó bá yẹ pé gbogbo nǹkan ni àdúrà, mò ń travel lẹ́yìn Ọlọ́run dáàbòbò mi, wọn ò ṣe títì o, títì yẹn ò dá o. Accident lè ṣẹlẹ̀ o, títì yẹn ò dá o. Ṣé Ọlọ́run ló máa sọ̀kalẹ̀ wá pave títì? God, don't let the operation, I hope she will not die o. Hospital yẹn wà well equipped o. Kò sógun bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
Then you are praying that maybe something should happen. She shall go in and come
That's
out.
why you see that some people will pray and it will be as if God did not answer. It's not as if God did not answer. The Bible tells us about faith without works. Kò sí works yẹn rárá. The Nigerian religion is just surviving on faith. Kò sí works rárá. God is not a magician.
So
God is not a sorcerer.
Paul.
You walk and he supports it. That is how it works. But this one, there is no work. Every Nigerian is just praying for miracle. No
They will
work.
ask you to cut them soap. Paul, thank you so much, Baba. Let me take another call.
Okay, Maiyegun.
It's really good to hear from you. Really good to hear from you tonight.
Same here.
Stay safe,
Take
Baba,
care.
and keep in touch.
Yeah, you too.
So I have Kalu Okpara. Thank you for stepping up and stepping in. Welcome to the Temple of Truth. Thank you very much for that shout out, my brother. God bless you. I have another caller on the phone. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. Your name?
How are you doing?
I'm very well.
My name is Nnamdi Dot in the cycle again, sir.
Dot in the cycle. Baba, you are live again, okay? Let me quickly say this. 1 sec, right? Kingsley Ogeriaki. That's from Edo, I believe. Thank you so much with hashtag free MNK, free Nnamdi Kanu. Guys, can you help me type in hashtag free MNK in your comments just for a minute, if you can. All of you, if you can. Thank you. Dot in a circle. You are live.
Okay, sir. Yeah, please. I would like to say something that's been bothering me for a long time regarding these issues going on in Nigeria. I just wish that the media will start reporting things the way it is, rather than lying, saying things that is not exactly what happened, like all this farmer and header clash. Farmers and others clashing when we know what happened. They were massacred. You don't want to report it that way. You're saying it, trying to sweeten the thing. You get what I mean? And there are journalists, like I would like to mention, there are some journalists that is good. I don't know if you watch Arise News. There's this guy, what's his name again? Rufai. Very good. Very good guy. He says things the way it is. And there's another loafer there called, I call him Docklin Abati. I don't call him Dr. Abati. I call him Docklin Abati because this guy he's biased. The way he talks, like, I'll be like, I don't have any future in Nigeria with a man like this.
Quickly say something, Dot in a circle, right? This is something that will help my listener too. There are some characters that, if not because what Nigeria is currently is, they shouldn't by any means be seen as people of any kind of integrity or reliable characters in a way. Abati is one of them. Abati is a product of the establishment.
That guy is I've never seen a bushman like that guy.
He's a product of the system.
Face like gorilla, lying all the time. You get what I'm saying? This idiot was busy. When Aisha Yusuf was saying something about Buhari, he told Aisha that it's unfair, he's old enough to be your father. I beg, if you want to do papa thing, go your house. This thing is a public office. You get what I mean? Like, I don't understand why they even employ that useless man. That every time I watch Arise News, I'll be like, okay, do you know that this guy was comparing Nigerian passport with British passport? I was like, why are you guys not sacking this man? Why not sack this man? How can you compare the two passports? Nigerian passport will be so far come out and they're going to look me like criminal. But if I bring my passport, I can even go to anywhere, any part of the world without visa. As far as I have enough money to take myself in a time period I'm going to that same place. This guy is just busy saying things that I don't know if we have a future in Nigeria with people like Dr. Docklin Abati. That's what I need to say.
He is not alone, no. There are many like that, too. The worries that are disguised, One of them is Femi Foni Kayode, right? He runs cold in the morning. He runs warm in the afternoon. He can really run really hot in the evening. Then just like that, it rains and turn it and dry, rains dry, wash, rains dry, wash every day. He's one of them. He is a product of the establishment. Okay, there are many, and that's why I don't rate them. But when they once in a while when they drop a soundbite that is useful for what I'm talking about, I can bring their voice over. You get what I mean now? Abati is one of them. Yeah. Somebody that accepted to be a deputy governor to Buruji Kashamu. He's not a member. He's not supposed to be a member of PDP, right? When they are doing their guru or whatever in Ogun State in 2019, Buruji Kashamu, a wanted drug baron, right? Abati, professor, a doctor, they call him a Docklin. Abati accepted to be a deputy governor to Buruji Kashamu.
What do you call doc? Not doctor, doc, like the one that's doing that slide. What do you call it in Yoruba? We call it Opogo.
We call it, I think we call it, what do they call ourselves? It be like
yeah, that's what I call the man, Docklin Abati. He's not a doctor.
You get what I mean? So somebody like that, I don't rate him. But guess what? Nigeria is Nigeria. Somebody like him will always have a way around there. And that's what he's doing. He's a product of the establishment. But thanks for sharing that, Baba. You have a good evening.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Hello there. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun,
One name, my brother. How are you?
I'm fine, Maiyegun, my brother.
That's a good one.
My brother, I'm very happy. Very happy for the job you're doing.
Let me say thank you to Gloria Olenlu Okogbo. My dear sister Ma, thank you. I got your super sticker. See, you can use super sticker, you can use super chat. If you can see that $sign beside your comment, where you are typing that comment, there's a $sign there. You can even become a member too. I have a brother, Nwanem, on the phone. Can you hear me?
Today, I'm upgrading you from one name to John the Baptist. The voice that speaks from the voice.
That's too much, oh. Don't push me in that area whereby I will have a lot to defend. Though, whenever they get hold of me, please.
You're speaking from the wilderness. The coming of what is going to happen in that zoo called Nigeria. One name. See, what I want to say is that, well, I did not tell you my name. I am Ogunofo. I'm calling you from Greece.
From Greece.
Ogunofo. You understand the meaning of Ogunofo?
I don't. Please tell me.
Ogunofo is nemesis, Lord of Karma.
Nemesis. That's a
nemesis,
very
Lord
big
of Karma,
bro. I know.
What goes around comes around.
It's like your karma. I mean, you will always be their karma, their nemesis. Everybody who owes you, is to just do good, so that their karma will be a good one.
That's it. You got it right. What I want to contribute,
please,
to this program today is that let Nigerians don't worry. It is on the way already. You see where we are heading to. I am telling you the gospel truth. We are heading to revolution. It will come to a time where Nigerians cannot help it anymore. They will explode. Even those military people that are killing people, that are working for them, will also turn against them. It is coming gradually. But I know we are heading to revolution, where there will be no place for any man to hide. Both rich, both poor. It will not depend on survival of the fittest, and it's going to fit the poor because we have been in the shit, in the dungeon for a very long time.
I agree with you. They will push everybody to that stage, won't they?
It's already there. It's just a matter of little spark. It will have to start from somewhere, you understand?
I'm with you.
It's just little spark, and it's just by the corner. People might think it's very far. It's not very far. It is not very far. It will not even, before this year ends, you see what will happen in Nigeria.
Shebi, we said it now. You see, you remember what Dr. Mailafias told us in that video last year? And he said, meanwhile, last year, it was around last year, June or July, that interview. So when he was saying it last year, many people were pretty much feeling like, what is he talking about? I forgot, it's not going to happen. He said they want to start civil war in Nigeria from the beginning of 2022. Some people were thinking, how is that going to happen? Well, they have already set the stage in the eastern Nigeria. They've set the stage in the western Nigeria. They are now the agent provocateur. And this is just July, Baba. We have another 5 months to go. So I agree with you. Before the end of the year, it is a revolution.
5 months is like 10 years. You don't get to that 5. You see, this year will end. It is going to, because already they have started already touching the prominent people of Nigeria gradually. It will come to a time whereby even the senators, House of Rep, ministers, everybody would have a pudding, would test the pudding. So Nigeria should be calm. They should, when I say calm, that is they should be getting prepared for the D-Day. And it will explode like erupting volcano to consume those that it wants to consume. Finally, after consuming those it wants to consume, Nigeria will quietly split peacefully. Because after everything, nobody wants to come back again to the round table to discuss nothing. Everybody will just go to his own house.
Thank you so much.
That's how it's going to be.
Thank you very much for that. You know, just to cap it up before you go, right? Somebody once told me that he said, Maiyegun, some people are thinking that asking for Biafra by Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB is actually the only thing that will break up Nigeria, or Nnamdi Kanu is the one working to break up Nigeria, right? The person said the only person who is doing the real job of breaking up Nigeria is the man who publicly confessed that he will never, ever work as a president of one Nigeria, right? And that is the Buhari. Buhari is the person who is doing the greatest job of breaking up of Nigeria, but people don't know yet. My brother, but we are on it.
And his brother, the Fulani men, the Fulani bandits, they are the two units that will split in Nigeria. Honestly. And I'm going to tell you one secret, Nigeria is going to break into more than 10 countries. Not 3, not 4, more than 10. Mark my word.
Thank you so much, Baba. Let me take another call. It's so great. I mean, it's such a pleasure hearing from you. And you too.
God give you the strength to keep up the good work.
Amen.
That's
it too. Thank you. Have a good one. That's a very good one from a brother there. I have a caller. Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. My Excellency.
Chooks. I told you, I will spoil your jazz. Me and you, now the spirit to spirit, we're going to take two. But I'm glad that you are not my last caller today. You are one of my best callers. So make it count.
I don't even want to be the last caller. I don't even want to be the last caller today.
Don't tell me that. You don't want to be the last caller. No. Fine. But I shall win today. It's your turn. You have the floor.
Okay. Yeah, long time. No,
it's been a long time.
I was saying, let me leave others to contribute. But just because of what the guy was saying, first of all, what I want to say, there are 3 points I want to say. If you don't like it, throw away my contribution. Don't throw me away. I just, it's not what I want to. The first point is, it has nothing to do with today's contribution, but that is what I observe till now.
Okay.
It's just a suggestion because I just observe that more people, when they call, some people they will like to speak with their vernacular. I'm not against them anyway. I'm not against them, but you know, this is a standard and international platform. Because I believe that even white people are watching you. So I feel that if the tendencies start to be increasing, that people they will prefer to be speaking Yoruba. I mean, for we who don't understand Yoruba, I personally feel I'm just feeling as if to say
left out.
Hey,
I get
he left out, and even though sometimes you try to translate it, but you know, there is the feeling someone is feeling a kind of what do you understand? A kind of, I think there is something secrecy going on. Like for example, when Nnamdi Kanu used to do the question and answer, if you call him, I'm not saying that you should do as Nnamdi Kanu. That is not the point. So I'm just giving an example.
Make your point.
If you call him and start to speak Igbo, he will tell you, no, you have to speak English, even if I'm broken, because other people are watching. And that gives that sense of belonging. That is the first point. Yeah, so I just want to, because I know that you, maybe it may not occur to you, But me as an outsider, there are a lot of some of
maybe
their
you shouldn't even refer to yourself as an outsider when you come to Maiyegun's Diary Politico, because we always find our way around it. But I'll let you make all those 3 points. So I'm listening to the second one.
Okay.
But don't call yourself an outsider. Yes, you are not Yoruba. I'm a Yoruba man, and as a Yoruba platform, some people will feel so comfortable expressing themselves in Yoruba, and I understand your concern. But I want to listen to the second point. Go on.
Okay, the second point, even though that just few days ago, the one monarch from Oshun was saying that pleading for federal government that he promised that Sunday Igboho will drop the this agitation for Oduduwa. I just say, I hope, but thank God that I read today that Sunday Igboho just through his one of his aides say no, that is not dropping the agitation. Because I was saying, oh, what is happening? Just this small
don't mind those ones, Shooks. You know those ones who are appealing to Buhari. Let me tell you what they are doing. They are taking advantage of the moment. Because whatever they say, right, people will write it. There's a possibility that Buhari will invite them to Abuja as part of those willing.
I thought.
You know what I mean? So it's a normal thing. It's like those that are going to come and say Buhari should forgive Nnamdi Kanu. Forgive Nnamdi Kanu. We will talk to him. He's our son. That person is not speaking for the Biafrans. You know that. That's exactly what happened to that Olu. Let me tell you something about that.
That was what I was when I read it today. When I read it today, when he countered, I said, "Well, I think I was a kind of peace of mind."
So ignore people like that. You know that guy. That guy that you call the king. Is the king of Iwo. He is one of the 7 sons of Oduduwa who left Ile-Ife.
Okay.
So historically, that stool is the stool that belongs to one of the 7 sons of Oduduwa. Now, you see that guy woke up one morning. It was a guy who returned from Canada, right? So when he got to Nigeria and they made him king, he woke up one morning and he put on the regalia of Fulani and he called himself an Emir, not an Oba. That same guy. So you see all this is going on in Yoruba land. That same guy came out and he said, if any Fulani is being told to leave any Yoruba land, they should come to Iwo.
Okay.
So he's such a controversial guy that knows the game. If he says something in the paper, right, somebody in Abuja will call him. Small change. They'll put him in a hotel. It will, you know what I mean? And then he will talk blah, 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 blah. He will return to where he's coming from. He's a useless person. So don't talk about him. But go on.
So then, even though, let me just quickly go to the third one. That was why for the few days, it's a kind of, I was a little, let me say, little depressed, little not happy. But at the end of the whole thing, I have to go on. The truth is this. It will be a shock for many people. Because I have come up from the shock. Nigeria is not going to break 2023. Mark my word. Mark my word.
I'm with you.
I read, even though you may not believe on prophecy, but this one, I have been following this. It's a Yoruba man.
Right.
You may even know him, this Moshood Fayomiwo. I read his latest prophecy about Nigeria towards that 2023. Before then, they prayed for about 30 days, and they come out with the prophecy, the mind of God.
Right.
And he said it that anybody you can even I know him that is a fan of Oduduwa Republic. He believes on it, but at a time when he knows that it is not the mind of God. God has not finished with Nigeria.
From the 30 days prayer, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he said that, mark what he said. And why I like his prophecy is that
don't tell me why you like his prophecy, Chooks. I'm trying to manage the time as well. You know, me and you can spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
But there are other people who wants to talk. Remember, please.
Yeah.
Just tell me his prophecy. What he said.
What he said is 2023, Nigeria is not going to break.
Okay.
God is going to raise a David. God is going to raise somebody who is going to cleanse the mess.
Right.
And God will shock the people of the world for them to know. Everybody will be surprised the way both the economy and everything in Nigeria will just turn to a better place. Coming this 2002. And this guy, the person that God is going to raise, it is because of this 2023 that he was born. And he named that person. So why I'm not trying to discourage whoever that
See, Chooks, it's not you.
Yeah.
Somebody gave that prophecy, right? You are sharing it with us. So don't see it as if it's you. Don't even defend it.
No.
Don't defend it.
No.
Go on.
Yeah.
Because it's not you. Remember, it's not you.
So as a Christian, as a Christian, and I've been following this prophet of God since over 10 years.
Lovely.
And I can say that his prophecy is about at least 95% fulfillment. Let me not just say 100%.
I get that.
So
thank you so much, Chooks.
Let's just pray,
because area of prophecy,
that the will of God.
Yeah, especially when it says will of God and all of that. There are things that will, they are specialists in that area. They know what to do. They will pray. They will do all of that. You know what I mean now, and we shouldn't even ignore it. You get what I mean? But there are other factors that are at play here. You get what I mean now? So we can't really completely just rely on that without undermining God. Chooks, thank you so much.
So if you have time, you can read it. If you can have time, you can read it in NigerianWorld.com. His name is
it's just that because I've got larger audience, I've got a big audience, right? So I have to be careful of what I say as well at this point. You get what I mean now? But however, right, I am somebody who don't believe that something will just get better without template to make it better. So if anybody is going to take over Nigeria now, they will need at least uninterrupted 50 years of uninterrupted system, right? If they say, okay, this is what we have, nobody should change it. It should be like that, respected. And you don't have that. There's no template for that now. I don't see it. But God, like you said, work in a different way.
And when I read it, I started, since days, I have not even called and contributed. I was downcasted because I wanted this country to break. I wanted to have my Biafra. But when I hear the
only thing that is right, see, Chooks, the only thing that seems to be correct from what you said, which I can say, you can say it, that we are talking about the breakup of Nigeria, there is no date. So if anybody tells you that, Biafra is going to come by the end of 2022, I can tell you this, like you also said, right? If it makes somebody feel unhappy or unstable or unsettled, you can go to hell. Because if anybody tells you that Biafra is going to come at the end of 2022, is a fraudster, is a scammer. Because the end of 2022 is going to come, right? And then with what we have now, a miracle, Biafra is not going to be like a miracle that will be announced there overnight. There are templates towards it now. We can see that eventually a process will be put in place to build a new country or to cut a country from outside one country. Chooks can take up to 10, 15 years, even more, to come to reality. There is a process. That's the only thing they got right. Nigeria is not breaking up in 2023, but the journey towards that 2023 can give us a clearer picture. How long does Nigeria have left to be Nigeria?
Okay.
We'll find out. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay,
thank you very much.
I have another caller. I don't like making it look like we don't believe in God. I believe in God.
Hello.
As for spirituality.
Hello
sir.
Yeah,
Maiyegun, God is a
Thank
magician.
you for your...
Thank you so much. Your name?
Good work. My name is Lameda.
Lameda. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is my first time calling.
I'm
calling from Canada.
Fantastic. So now you are live, Lameda.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. So I just want to make 2 to 3 points.
Please.
Number one, based on the last caller, the prophecy or no prophecy, I also believe somehow in spiritual realm. So we have also had some prophecy that Nigeria is going to break up before 2023, by 2023. So we have so many prophecy that we don't even know which one to choose from.
We do not know which God or which time they spoke to God. Maybe they spoke to God different time. Or different God.
When the prophecy is going to happen. And like you said, everything is going to happen. There's going to be a template. Everything can just happen in the token of an eye. So my second point is those people that believe, especially I'm talking about the Yoruba people that always believe, our representative, our senators, let's come to their all these guys cannot work because of what they are eating, because of the Ghana must go in Abuja. And even if they want to work as one, let's look at the system of government. These Fulanis, you need to pass a law. If these Fulanis can't come to the table, you can't get anything done.
You can't.
Even if you want to use House of Senate, look at the local government. Look at how many House of Reps they have, how many senators they have. Look at what we Southerners have. They are more than us, even though they don't have the population. It's just based on land, and they gave them all this allocation. So we can't make any law. We can't do nothing. Like, it's so broken to the extent that unless they give us more senators, more local government, more reps, that's going to mash up with what they have, and they can't do that. They can't. There's like,
because their survival is based. Their survival is based on what they share every month, which comes from comes from the southern Nigeria. So the only way they get a chunk of that money is the number of states they have, number of local governments they have, and so many other agencies they had where they can use that as a conduit pipe to just get money from the center, maybe in an NPCO, defense this or that, anywhere they find themselves, they drain the purse.
Exactly.
To themselves.
And they said, we don't want any alcohol. I'm also a Muslim. If in Saudi, they don't take interest, that's why United States loves them. When they sell crude or whatever, they don't take interest. And they have policy. And they don't share in the tax or anything based on sin, like alcohol or anything. But in the northern part of Nigeria, you say you guys don't want alcohol, you demolish restaurants, but you still sharing in the revenue made from the south. You still sharing of the rest. That's hypocrisy. At my last point, I made this on one of the Odudua radio yesterday. I was like, all this money we Odudua will be contributing left and right, Ilano, everything. I was like, okay, there's two ways to get a nation, through referendum and law and war. Okay, if you want to go through referendum part, all this money we've been contributing and whatever, why can't we get laptops and volunteers and everybody that's going to go along with their awareness, go door to door, this is the petition link, get people's name and whatever. And if we have like 100 laptops in Ekiti alone, we can get like let's say 1.5 signatures. This following month, the next 2 months, let's go to another state. Within 6 months or 4 months, we're going to get the massive signatures, and from there we can form our database. Instead of just we don't really have that kind of like structure. Like, it's not about running on internet. Let's make action, contribute money. Okay, let's get laptops. Let's get volunteers. Pay them. Go door to door. Okay, this is what we are going on. Let's sign this petition. Put in your name. From there, you have database that we're still going to use in the future for our Yoruba nation.
I love that.
So that's what I was saying. Like, that's just my point, Maiyegun. And thank you so for your good. I've been following for a long time. Thank you so much.
Trust me, your points are so valid, and I see reason. I know that the most powerful tool in this kind of adventure, or should I say in this kind of advocacy, is that if you have a communication link where you can reach the core base of the people that need to know about why we need to do our republic. So I'm going to agree with you 100%. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, I have another caller. Miko Arrow. Thank you for your super sticker. So hello there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good evening.
Good evening to you. Your name?
My name is Felix from Nigeria.
Did you say Felix?
Femi.
Femi. How are you, bro?
Oba Femi. I'm good.
Good one, Baba. So, Oba Femi, you are live.
Yeah. So there's something I want our Yoruba leaders to know.
Please.
Despite the southern governor are trying to talk, I love it and support it. Even if northerners should agree to support bringing president like the Southwest president, I just bet you they're giving them. They should not. These people are showing their arrogance. They are telling you that you want them to vote for you, to support your presidency. You should serve their interest.
That's right.
And they knew quite alright that there is no how you can delete them through votes. There is no way. When they were talking, so I am so much on social media. So they are trying to add Quora to them, Bennett to them, commit all the middle bells. The middle bells are not like that, but they are claiming they are part of them. So the best is everybody should just go on their own. Marriage shouldn't be by force.
It shouldn't.
So if anybody
caused us so much damages, Femi, you see,
of course,
we would have probably say, okay, if you think we are overreacting, let everybody sit together and iron the whole thing out once and for all. Let the Igbos be on the table, the Yorubas, the Hausas, the Fulani, every of the nationality from Nigeria, everybody should be on the table. And therefore, let everybody control their own affairs. They will tell you that is against the North. What exactly is in the interest of Nigeria then and the Nigerians that is not against
I live not so far from Postime NFP. All the departments there are headed by Mother. Go to the airport, they are the ones. Go to the port, they are the ones. So even if they are telling you they are ready for instruction, they will never do that instead.
They will never do it.
We shouldn't deceive ourselves. They will never do it instead. These people are so greedy. They are so self-centered. And I like the way they talk. You know, they don't hide their feelings.
They don't.
They do not. They will tell you, when somebody should come out and say the southern governor are self-centered, their decision they can't go against federal government. Who is federal government? Are we not the one? As the governor, not part of government. So their arrogancy, they are showing it as they are telling you they have power.
And now they are scared, though. Femi. They are now scared because they have about less than, by law, by their law, that power will leave them in less than 2 years' time, Now they are scared. If all of you from the south are going to treat them the same way.
They are not ready to let go of that power. Go and write. No. In fact, this will pick up a serious fight by next year if the southern governor should back down. They have a plan. I'm telling you, 2020 election will not hold. They still want to retain the power. I don't know how we can reach out to the southerner in the military. Or in fact, to be sincere with you, military or within themselves, they are having problems. Military. They are having internal issues.
They have been compromised.
Yes, they have issues among themselves, but you never see it outside. That's why most of the military guys defense the southern, they are not around. These are people, they are sending to Boko Haram. They will even tell those the bandits how to attack them on their way.
That is so the best everybody just,
of course, they ambush them.
They will tell the soldiers, right? They will send the soldiers. They will send them a say, go to Dikwa.
They will tell soldiers.
We just received a signal that Boko Haram are there.
Yes.
On their way to
Dikwa, the one that will contact the bandits that by so time they will pass this place. Do you know the funniest thing? Military will not even fire out. You ask them to fire.
No.
For you to know how foolish
it's a shame, I know. And it's sad.
They will not fire until when they get order from you. You can't continue like that, sincerely. Average Yorubas are sincere. They even have their father's name to protect. I am telling you, but now I told you, we are even different in everything. When I see those one walking around the street begging for money, I will ask myself, I can call somebody around you that, look at this, are they really part of us? Different people.
Thank you so much.
Go on their way. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for calling in tonight, okay? It's actually a pleasure hearing from you from Nigeria. So you stay safe, okay, and be good. Have a good one, Baba.
Okay.
Cheers, man. Yeah, bye-bye. So that's where I'm going to draw the curtains tonight. I know many people still want to phone in, especially my friends from the from outside the EU, European Union and all that. England is playing Italy now, and my house is already on it. So I'm going to see you tomorrow. Okay, you have a good evening from wherever you are watching from. To everyone who called in, everyone who dropped comments, everyone who shared the broadcast from wherever you joined from, I want to say thank you to you. To my super chatters, super stickers, and my new subscribe friends, thank you. I'm going to see you around. Just stay safe and good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Tí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í.